Hello, everyone. I am Sarah May with Mindfulness Exercises, and welcome to today's 15 minutes of mindfulness. I know some of you might be joining us from the Connect Mindfulness platform. Others of you might be joining just because you saw this post on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn, and that's wonderful too. And you might see this post in the future because the video will be up and there for you to come back to at any time that you would like. But no matter where you're joining from, perhaps you just want to say hi by typing something in the comments, maybe letting us know where you are listening from. I am in La Paz in Southern Baja, and I will be doing the meditation from here. I see we got Karen from Ireland. That's wonderful. Yeah, we've got people from all around. So welcome. And I'm so glad that you are joining on a weekend, right? It's midday where I am, and might be a different time where you are, but how wonderful that we can gather like this, gather together, and just spend a little bit of time connecting to the body, to the breath, observing the nature of the mind. I think for many people, it's a busy time of year. I know personally, I've been running around on this Saturday trying to get a whole bunch of things done. So I thought today it would be nice if we just intentionally slowed everything down and played a little bit with observing stillness, relative stillness in the body and in the mind, right? So thank you guys so much for saying hello. Yeah, we've got Canada, all over the United States, London, New Zealand, Quebec, yeah, everywhere. So it's wonderful to see people from all over the world. I think I saw Malta. So thank you guys so much for being here. And thank you for letting your presence be known to your fellow meditators, right? It's always nice to have that reminder that none of us are doing this practice alone, right? So today, we'll meditate for approximately 15 minutes. I know all of us are clearly watching on screen, so if you're able to turn off notifications, that's wonderful. I invite you to close your eyes in the meditation or just look down and away from your screen. You only need to hear the sound of my voice. And because we're going to be working today with the concept of stillness, hopefully you can put yourself in a place right here and now where the body can be relatively still. So maybe you're standing somewhere where you can stand comfortably for the next 15 minutes. Perhaps you are seated, but do find a comfortable position that is sustainable, right? Something that's sustainable, something that allows your spine to be long, allows the spine to be neutral. And let's take a little moment here to just drop the body into relative stillness. And this is where we'll begin. Just by observing and being present with stillness in the body. And I say relative stillness because, of course, we have the movement of the breath, the beating of the heart, and all the subtle ways in which this living body is continually in motion. But can we just do our best to connect to a felt sense of stillness? And perhaps it helps to notice the way in which the body is connected to the earth, sensing into stillness as we feel the weight of the body on the seat. Sensing the stability of feet on the ground. Maybe sensing into the perceived solidity of the body, its structure. And just allowing for the body to be still. Even if we begin to perhaps feel some discomfort, an urge to fidget, maybe there's an itch to scratch. Instead of habitually reacting, what would it be like to just sit with that sensation a bit longer? To observe with curiosity. Maybe if we allow ourselves to stay, that urge to move will dissipate. The sensation of that discomfort might change. And if it doesn't, then we choose to adjust. And that's okay too, right? But allow it to be a mindful choice, this movement. Move with intention, move with purpose. And then come right back to stillness, physical stillness in the body. As soon as you can. Allowing for stillness in the body. Just doing our best to remain present no matter what arises. To be accepting of all that surfaces in our awareness. looking upon it with curiosity and care. And practicing intentional stillness in the body. And at the same time, allowing for ease, right? Stillness does not have to be stiff. Our stillness can be gentle and not forced. Just the stillness of allowing and letting be. Just let the body be. Letting the body be. Allowing for relative stillness. And with greater stillness in the body, perhaps we become more aware of movement in the mind. Maybe we can just let that be too. Just as there is no need to scratch an itch, there's no need to follow thought. Whatever movement arises in the mind, we may notice, we can observe. Can we just let it be? In the very same way, we notice that urge to fidget in the body. We can notice, we can observe, and just let it be. That might be uncomfortable. That might not be easy. But there's no need to apply too much effort here, or even any effort at all. We can just rest back, letting the body rest, allowing the mind to just do its thing. And another part of the mind just resting back and observing and remaining still. Perhaps with minimal effort, we can gently, loosely anchor the mind to the breath, or anchor the mind to sensation in the body, giving that moving mind a point of focus on which to rest. But again, working with this idea of relative stillness. Just as the body is still breathing and the heart is still beating, and there is still movement in this relatively still body, there will always be movement in the relative stillness of the mind. And that is perfectly okay. We can allow for that movement without habitually reacting, without responding. Still connected to relative stillness and this moment of rest. Can we allow the body to surrender completely to stillness in this posture? And can we let the mind surrender completely? Just being fully present for this one moment of time. In a body of water that's undisturbed by the wind, All sediment sinks to the bottom, and that body of water becomes clear. By practicing stillness here in the body and in the mind, we allow thoughts and energy to settle, perhaps resulting in a similar clarity. Practicing again and again, returning to stillness, by just allowing ourselves to rest back, drop all the doing and simply be. Sensing into stillness in the body, opening to stillness in the mind. And perhaps staying here even longer by just hitting pause, resting in this meditation for as long as you would like to. But if you're ready to move on back into your day, just first acknowledge this sensation of stillness. And then can we carry that with us? This embodied stillness, even as we open our eyes, even as we let go of the meditation, and even as we move forward into the rest of our day, right? Even as we pick up activity, can we, at some level, still connect to this stillness that is at the very foundation of our being? Whether we sense it through the body itself, or whether we just notice a greater clarity in the mind. Or whether it's continuing to just take these intentional pauses throughout the rest of the day, right? Just standing there for a moment, or just allowing yourself to just not move for a moment, and just dropping back into what it feels like to be still, right? That can be our little secret meditation as we go about our day, right? Just for one moment, just stop, pause, be still, and connect back to the feeling that you have right now, having spent that time really mindful and aware of the pause, of the quiet, of the stillness, right? Intentionally putting a little bit of distance between ourselves and our addiction to movement, so to speak, right? Whether that's felt in the body or experienced in the mind or both, right? So thank you, my friends. May everyone be well. Thank you so much for joining in on this meditation, for saying hello in the comments and letting me and everyone else know that we're all part of this wonderful, sacred community of those who are really putting good work into doing the work to become more mindful, to become more aware, to become more compassionate and wise in all of the little ways that we can. So thank you all. And if you're interested in, joining this type of intentional community or having access to longer or more frequent community meditations and perhaps even discussion afterwards, please do visit us in the Connect Mindfulness community. You can go to mindfulnessexercises.com and just click on community and you'll find the link there, and you'll also find hundreds if not thousands of guided meditations, guided meditation scripts, many more resources. So thank you all for being here, and yeah, thank you for participating, thank you for your presence. Do come back to this meditation and the recording if you'd like to try it again later, and or do share it with others on Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube or wherever it is that you're watching this. So thank you all. May you be well, and may you carry this stillness into the rest of your day. Thanks.